One thing you can always count on is Democrats to pull out their favorite phrase when it's time to seem relatable, when it's time to seem like they actually care about middle class Americans.
Don't buy that. Do you think he is?
I don't think he's any more authoritarian than any of the previous Democratic presidents that we've had. If you look at the stats of Obama compared to Trump, they actually are leading very similarly by the data. When we look at how many people were actually deported from America, Obama led the charge. He was the deporter in chief. He literally was. I was actually working with the state's financial aid agency under Obama, and we were taught on how to not get kids accidentally deported during FAFSA processes, the DACA students. That's how vulnerable people were in America under Obama. And also executive orders. Obama did over 250 executive orders. He led by executive orders. The way that Trump is doing his presidency is literally modeled almost after how Obama did it. And we think about even Biden. Biden literally led by telling people what they were going to do. What was his most famous phrase for black people? You are not black if you don't vote for me. If that is not an authoritarian mindset, telling people that you're not even your own race.
Let me hear a reaction to this.
I don't know what it is.
Let me hear a reaction to this. Is Trump, when it comes to like being an authoritarian, any different from Biden, Obama, or any previous presidents, or is there a difference?
Absolutely, he's.
Go ahead, Jamal.
Well, I think the difference is just the fact that his marketing, how he speaks, right? And I think that is the difference. But if you look at policy, I would agree with Ms. Maxwell here that they're pretty similar, or actually the Democratic regimes are actually worse. She is actually correct when it comes to Obama.
And look some people in the face and tell them you have no right to be angry or to do something. And look some people in the face and tell them you have no right to be angry or to do something that maybe is against your own interests. That's human nature. Many of the people who voted for my husband twice, twice. And I know that that's how they feel. It's like, this isn't about anything other than we need something different.
Yeah, they voted for Donald Trump. Yeah. That's a lot of people.
So you can't just pigeonhole them and say you just don't care and you're racist or whatever you're thinking. This is an act of, I don't know what else to do. I just wish we had more leaders that were figuring out how to do more for the middle class, for the working folks, because those are the folks who are drowning in this economy. It's not me anymore, but I know those folks, and they're good people, and they don't have a way out, and that makes for bad choices.
On one hand, she's saying, she's being honest and saying that this is obviously a lazy take to just call all Trump supporters racists and bigots. Obviously, you need to apply some critical thinking and understand the fact that, as she rightfully just said, these are the same exact people that voted for Barack Obama. So try again and actually apply some critical thinking. And, but what's missing from what she's saying is the accountability piece, because she says that the middle class has been decimated. They have no leadership. They're desperate. Things are so bad. They've been left behind. Nothing's working for them. They haven't been taken care of. But then she says that voting for Trump was a bad choice. Well, what was the good choice? More of the same? That doesn't logically make sense. You can't really say that voting for Trump is a bad choice if the person that you told them to vote for was already a part of the problem to begin with. And you have people doing these purity tests where they say, well, everyone that voted for Trump is racist or they're bigots. You can use immigration for an example where they'll say, okay, well, people that want mass deportations, it's because they lack compassion. They don't care about people that just want a better life. And I can have a rebuttal to that and say, well, if you voted for Kamala Harris, you don't care about our borders being open. You don't care about the thousands of sleeper cells that entered our country as a result of the border being open and compromised our national security. You don't care about the policies that Kamala Harris passed that made it harder for us to track migrant children when we have hundreds of thousands of them that are missing in the interior of our country. Or, you want to make it about race. Most of the people that live in the border towns are Hispanic, and they were begging the Biden-Harris administration for help, and they were lied to.
There is something about Michelle Obama that I've seen that is extremely not okay. It's either she's complaining, oh, this, that, or she's doing comparison with the husband. Michelle has been campaigning with Biden, campaigning with Kamala. We saw her effort that she put in during the campaign period with Kamala Harris, and it didn't work out. Michelle can't even believe, she can't even imagine that these people she was struggling to put up in power are part of the problem. Biden came in, she has worked with Obama, part of the problem. Michelle Obama really can't imagine that these people she has been struggling to put in power, they're a problem. What she thinks is only Trump, that is a problem. If you don't see the hypocrisy here, then I don't know if you will understand exactly what is actually happening here. I saw what she put out. At some point, I just had to I'm not surprised that she's saying this.
There's always a rebuttal. Stop trying to say, oh, if you voted for this way, you're bad. No, I will say the same thing to you. The same rules apply because you're dealing with flawed human beings. That's the reality. And you have to understand that politics are not black and white. So I'm glad that Michelle brought this up and publicly admitted this, because this is something that I understood a long time ago. However, we must not forget the conditions that led to the red wave.
It is high time people realize who Michelle is. Sometimes when I just see some of these clips she put out every single day, I will laugh all through because she will never really change. Like, to me, that is just who she is. Every time she talks about politics, things like this will surface. You will see people reacting. There is a way to communicate without actually drawing a lot of attention. I don't know, maybe they do this intentionally. Yeah. Why would you even really seek to do this? And I'm impressed that people reacting to this clip are all black. Majority of the videos I've seen on TikTok, on X, black people are calling her out for who she is. I see a lot of people on my comment section each time I do a video about Michelle Obama going off on me. Oh, you're a black person, you're doing this. I'm just here to report the truth, tell you what is happening. I'm not here to, and they don't buy into all these kind of things they put out every single day. I saw this video a few days ago. I could not even react to it until someone sent this to me again. Like, maybe let me share my opinion. Michelle should just look for somewhere and shut up. Yeah, she should talk about her personal life like she has been doing. Each time she say something on politics, it always blow up on social media because she will always say some kind of things that will trigger people the more. Have you noticed that only black people are actually even reacting to this, calling her out for what she said? Because they understand the kind of politics they play every single time. It's boring, right? I don't want to talk much. I think I'm going to end here. Please share out the video as of the short clips you see at the end. That is for a white algorithm.
Only the media, but now with other Hollywood celebrities to try to take Spencer down.
Oh, hi, if you're seeing this video, this is a reminder that a straight white male, former reality star that has no previous experience in government should not be a legitimate political candidate. Have we learned anything yet? The bar is on the floor, people.
House in 2010. It's just a fun one. You can look it up. There's articles. It wasn't like a big party. There was like 7 people there.
And I have seen this city just fall apart, over the last, 8, 9 years. And
I love that Chelsea Handler was encouraging her fans not to vote for Pratt.
And here, God bless you abundantly. As of the short clips at the end, that is for the white algorithm. You can always skip.
Companies, they don't have to pay for people to rebuild their homes. And
baseball. Guys, Nithya Raman is conspiring with Karen Bass.
I just wanted to share how happy I am to be out.
The city councilwoman is going to be her.
These cases with
can't keep streetlights on.
Here. He's elitist in California. Now you realize people everywhere in America make fun of people.
And so this is my life.
You're talking about qualifications, right? I have with someone qualified for power.
Yeah, there's been
rules in the middle of the game and give himself.
Trust me. They need to go to New York.
Present the black community.
It's illegal. Spencer Pratt, who's running for mayor of Los Angeles,
able to laugh at him.
It'll be fun.
More access gerrymandered of the state, and Trump started it.
The win in yesterday's redistricting.
It's going to lose their congressional representation. How do you think?
Until the first lady brought them back with her surprise statement last week.
How does this benefit?
An actor.
I'm an actor.
I'm an actor.
Creative content.
Why are you not looking forward to the White House fight?
Well, it's kind of a gimmick.
I have 300.
So I have to say,
We don't even have the trust of our own people.